Well, good morning. It is August 25th, day 106 on the trail for me. I've left the Brown Mountain Shelter, about an hour ago now. And hiking southbound. And so there's a lake or something here, and must be a whole bunch of geese in it, because I can hear just a few moments ago there was a whole bunch of honking. Of course, now they've stopped. The plan for today is about 20.2 miles. And that'll get me to Glasgow, Virginia. I'm going to contact one of the local hostels there. It's a Stanimals. It's owned by the same person that owned the one in Waynesboro. And hopefully they have room for the night. I don't see why they wouldn't. The trail is dead. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there will be space for me. And they'll pick me up at somewhere in town or near town and drive me in. And then oh gosh, we got some blowdowns here. Shoot. All right. I'm gonna have to stop this and pick back up in a moment. All right, got through that. That was fun. Yeah, and then in Glasgow, I'm gonna have to do another resupply, just a 3-day resupply, 3 full day, and then a breakfast, I think. So, and that'll get me to I can't remember the name of the next town. Where, if all goes well, somebody's going to be meeting me there. Got to double check some got to double check with them to make sure everything's going well, but I think somebody's going to be meeting me there and hiking with me for a few days. All right. Well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I will grab a picture or some video. There's a lake in the background. You can't really see it through the trees, but there's some geese back in there honking. Well, as always, if I see anything interesting, I'll grab a picture or some video. But for now, here's what the trail looks like. All right, we got another suspension bridge here. Is called the Pedlar River. I'm at the top of Bluff Mountain and got a slight view to one side, not great. But to the other side, we get a much better view down into the valley. Well, that was a little creepy, but amazing in a sense. 1891, a child was found at that exact spot. This was just not even 50 feet away from the view that I showed. And this kid, less than 5 years old, was found 7 miles away from where he was expected. He strayed away from a schoolhouse and was found 7 miles away up here at the top of this mountain. Sad, but a 5-year-old on their own hiking 7 miles up a mountain, and the trails probably weren't what they are now. So all right, so I've done most of my climbs for today. There's another shorter climb later on, but most of today is now descent. I'm at about 11 miles so far, so I've got a little over 9 to go. But again, mostly descent the rest of this way, so hopefully it'll go a little quicker, but you know, that just depends on how smooth the actual descent is or how rocky it is. But it hasn't been too bad today. It's warm. Yeah, a little warm today. Had to stop for water at the last shelter called Punch Bowl, I think. Yeah, Punch Bowl shelter. And then I'll probably have to stop for, well, because that was the last water for like 8 miles. So I had to stop because, you know, I need that water to live kind of thing. Didn't want to become dehydrated. And I'll have to stop at the remaining shelter. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, to contact the hostel, because evidently the signal near where they actually pick up is not very good. So I'll have to call them, say, hey, I'm this far out and I expect to be there around this time, and hopefully somebody will be there. If not, I'll try and get a hitch into town, I guess. All right, so here's what the trail looks like. All right, there's a cliff here and a nice view out to the south. Got a river there and some distant peaks. A nice valley. Swinging over a little bit. Looks like there's interesting rock features over there. Crossing. It's known as Rocky Run. All right, so I made it to Glasgow, and there's not much here. I'm walking from the hostel to a grocery store for some resupply. There's the fire department, the volunteer fire department. And some mountains and stuff. But yeah, there's slim pickings here. There's the grocery store, a convenience store, a restaurant, and a hostel, and a couple other smaller businesses that I don't need. So heading to the grocery store. Got to do a 3-day resupply, and that should get me to Daleville. All right, I'll see you a bit later. All right, so I'm at the Stanimals Hostel in Glasgow, and had just a oven, a take-home pizza kind of thing, and a beer, and I'm in the process of getting ready for tomorrow. So over the next few days, I'm gonna do 3 full days and a morning, and that's going to get me into Daleville, and then go from there to the next section will get me to Petersburg. So that's what's coming up. It doesn't look too bad over the next few days. Normal stuff. Nothing too. It doesn't look like it's going to be too strenuous over the next few days. I mean, I got to put in the miles, but I don't think there's any really big strenuous climbs. We'll see. I'll take a look again later. I'm probably wrong. But it's a nice place here, and the guy who's been here, Rory, has been quite helpful. And I've got a 7:15 shuttle back to the trail and start hiking again. Not much else to say, but a big thank you to Elizabeth and Kevin and Andrew and Kara. Your very generous donation is much appreciated and is certainly going to be helpful along the way. Elizabeth is my wife's sister and lives just maybe 1.5 miles, 2 miles away from us. And so look forward to seeing you again in a month and a half or so. And thank you so much. Miss you guys, and along with everybody else. As always, if you stuck through to the end, I appreciate it, and I'll see you again tomorrow on the trail.